Hello everyone. Everybody's wondering if I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm alive, I'm doing well, and working my tail off. I want to wish you all a happy Independence Day. But I just want you to send me all kinds of remarks. When is our independence? When did we have it? When will we get it? Good question, huh? Good question. Anyway, let me get down to work here. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I still have a lot of work to do myself, but I want to bring you up to date on a few things. We had the King, as you know, and we had the Dr. A-Changin on Cosmic Voice, on the Drake Show, and they did a good job, great job. You're talking about some real good people. It doesn't get much better than what you had there, and they gave you a lot of answers and a lot of info. And we're doing a beautiful piece now. Right now at this moment, the Keenan team is putting together something that not just you, but this whole earth might find is shaking. I don't want to say anything. I haven't seen it, but I think it's going to be good. So it's going to be what they call hum dandy or something, my mother used to say. A Jim dandy. Anyway, let me get to this. You know, after that interview, which I sat back and I watched because it wasn't my time. It was actually Dr. Aiden's time, who is a treasure trove of knowledge. And it was also the King's time because he loves his country. And nobody knows more about his country than he does. He's a dear friend already. So is Dr. Aiden. So they're with us. Don't think that we'll depart and we'll split and not have a team. We've got a team. And we're going to have more people coming along, and it's going to be what we call the New World Order. We're going to have the New World Order. As President Morales from Bolivia said, the New World Order is here with us. We're the ones, 177 nations, people like ourselves, that are going to raise the hell to take down the cabal. We are. The no-fly will help that. That's still going to take a little time because there's many more nations that most likely will sign on than what we wanted. We're talking maybe the 177 nations. They're tired of being pushed around by the Western Hemisphere, by the United States, especially when they're bankrupt. They have nothing to offer anyone anymore other than lies. And we know that. The nations in the West know that. Germany is no longer listening to them. France isn't as well. Even England's turning their back on them. But now let me get away from that. Okay? Let me get away. Let me talk about what I know for real. And that is yesterday, and you might think it nothing at first, but wait until I tell you the ramifications. My plane ticket, which I had reserved to go back to Indonesia, was stolen from me by Turkish Airlines. I had a reservation which I had the right to keep for 72 hours. I'm a what's called Elite Plus. And they took it in no time whatsoever without contacting my travel agent, without contacting me. They just took it. And when they spoke to my travel agent, Ilko, what they told him is, we needed the ticket. These tickets are valuable. Well, you know something? You can't take my ticket because you think they're valuable. They then called me back and they offered me another ticket, but at a higher price, much higher. And I told them to go to hell. And I raised hell with Turkish Airlines yesterday. And today, and late yesterday, I made another reservation with Turkish Airlines after raising hell in Istanbul, and at the same price as the original price, but a different time. And today they called my friend Ilko in the travel agency, and they told them I only had till 2 o'clock to pay for the tickets. Again, they were trying to make the rush for my tickets. Now, I have meetings with the elders in Indonesia, and those elders are going to be waiting for me. I won't be there when they're there. I'll be there a day late. I've contacted many, and some cannot wait. We were talking about numerous assets, maybe $250 billion, and forget the Sultan of Sulu I had the elders, and I had A-Changin, Count Albert, ready to push the family to open up the accounts for humanitarian projects. And Turkish Airlines, in a moment of thievery, decided they were going to take my seat. I'm going to raise some hell with Turkish Airlines. Count on it. I already have. I will. You know me already. I won't take that. I won't sit down. And I will not let those little idiots in Sofia push me around like they do to everyone here. I'm going to be coming to close them down soon. Count on it. Mr. Kotel, you know who I am. And I'm looking right at you. You're the chairman of this company. You're doing a piss poor job. Get off your ass. You're sitting on your hands. Do your job. Do it. Otherwise, I will tell the people. Matter of fact, I will tell your people in Istanbul that the CEO of Turkish Airlines, Mr. Kotel, is a member of the global movement. He's NWO. I know you don't like globalists in Turkey, but I'm just letting you know. You got one right there. It's the reason why I didn't fly. Because I was doing something that would stick the NWO in their ass. And Mr. Kotel, that little guy, decided he's going to try to do something. Well, Mr. Kotel, do it now when the Turks are chasing you. Because you're destroying their country too. Not your country. You don't have one. It's their country. I told you. Nazku. I told you. When I do it, next time it'll be different. We tried to do this video before. And we got to 10 minutes or 11 minutes and I had someone knock at my door and told me he needed money or he wanted something to eat. And it's easier to give him the money after a big fuss. So this is the second time around and I'm full of piss and vinegar. Second time around. So that's what happened with my ticket. I have the ticket and we're going to go and we're going to see what happens, you know. But they're making moves all over the place to hurt us. Little things like this right now. It hurt the entire meeting with the 10 elders. I might have 4 elders now or 3. I'm a day late. And they made me late, not me. I'm packed. I'm ready to go. So Turkish Airlines. Probably be dealing with my lawyers. Anyway, thank you for that. You can see how little things can turn things. Okay, they can't stay in one place like this. They're subject to harm as well. Not just me. Now I'm gonna, after the king, I think you'll like this one. You know me. After the king and the doctor finish the show on the Cosmic Voice, the doctor received emails from a couple of people. I believe it because I know the people. You'll believe it because you know the people. First email he received was from Ray Dam. Geez, isn't that the guy David Crayfish says is dead? I can get the email. And he got an email also from Keith Scott. Yeah, Keith Scott. Imagine Keith Scott trying to go behind my back again. 800-pound piece of baloney trying to go behind my back again. He's already fooling a friend of mine right now named Alessandro, who he's attempting to steal from. There's no question about it. And Alessandro's friend in Brazil is mad at him. And don't ask me how I know. I know Alessandro. So, let's go further. Winston Shrout. Winston Shrout. Now, if you remember correctly, Winston Shrout, Keith Scott, Peter Wagner Rockefeller contacted Drake at one time, asking Drake to out me, basically, to state that Neil's this and Neil's that. You know, I am what I am. I'm nothing more than that, and I'll never be. Whatever it is, it is. Okay? They were the thieves. But it turns out that Peter Eyre, amongst others, had documentation substantiating that Keith Scott, and Peter didn't get it directly, actually he did get it directly from a television network in London that substantiated that Keith Scott was and is a pedophile. On top of all that, I found along that way, before, and the reason why this all happened, is he's a thief. I caught him going behind my back to a member of the Heritage Society. So, like I told you, it gets hard later. You know, if I have to start all over, it's going to change. It was nice before and subtle. I didn't want to say these things, but okay, I'm saying them now. They all sent a message to the doctor. The doctor told Winston Shrout, I don't talk to anyone unless they give me $2.5 million. $2.5 million. Put it in my account, I'll talk to you. That's the end of Winston Shrout. If the doctor has put 2 nickels in my account before I talk to you, that would have been the end of Winston Shrout. It didn't matter if 2.5 or 2 nickels. It was the same. Keith Scott, forget about it. Forget about it. He knows a little bit about the global accounts. And at one time I thought it was a lot. Now I realize it's not a lot. I realize that Crayfish knows more than Scott. And Crayfish is a piece of work. But not a good piece of work at all. You know? It's no piece of art. So let's talk about OITC now. All members of OITC made contact with the doctor. Crayfish says he runs OITC with David Sale. He says Ray Dam is dead. Ray Dam made contact. Ray Dam's not dead. Ray Dam didn't transfer anything over to Crayfish or Scott or Sale. Keith Scott doesn't even know, I believe, that Dam is alive now. They don't know. Ray Dam sent the message. So forget OITC, please. It's dead. It's been dead. We kicked it under the bus so many times. Scott under the bus so many times. Crayfish under the bus numerous times. I mean, so much so that he's living 2,000 feet under the water. He's a crayfish. You know? It kills him to think that he's a crayfish, but he's a crayfish. Now, let's go into the Sultan of Sulu. Sultan of Sulu tried to put together a $15 quadrillion deal with notes. Quadrillion. Wow, huh? He had the Vatican with him. He had P2 Lodge with him. They couldn't do the deal because they didn't own the notes. The family did. Sultan Radanuk, he's made contact. He's not a bad guy. He's been misled he was misled by others into doing this, knowing that the family owned the notes. We're going to try to do something nice for the Sultan at a later date when he's inaugurated in September. We will be there. Okay. Now going back to brokers, let's talk brokers. The elders in Indonesia, the ones that